Okay, today we have a question from Carol in Clearwater, and Carol is asking, my daughter is 13 years old, and I need to buy her a pair of fins, and I'm curious as to which fins I should provide for my daughter. So, one of my first questions to Carol is she does go on to say in here that her daughter's been swimming for 5 years. One of my first questions is how long has your daughter been swimming, and at what stage is she in her development as a swimmer? Meaning that if um, what we use larger fins for, the progression of fins would be that younger swimmers and less experienced swimmers will use a fin that is a full-bladed fin, like this, full-footed, full-bladed. Full foot, so it wraps around their entire foot. Full-bladed, so it has this nice big area to move water. The real benefit of that fin is that it's to make swimming easier, and it's water confidence. So to make swimming easier, it requires very little motion, very little activity for you to be able to raise your body in the water, which makes swimming easier. You now have a confidence level because instead of struggling and, and, and being challenged by your body weight, you now have a device that with the smallest of motions allows you to be buoyant, allows you to be at the top of the water. Okay, so water confidence, that's a big part of that full-bladed, full-footed fin. The other benefit of this fin is it makes swimming easier. Now, if you're trying to learn to swim and you're trying to learn certain drills, it literally makes swimming easier. Um, Again, with the smallest amount of movement, you're able to generate better body position, so you're not struggling. You take those fins off and you watch an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old swim, and they're a totally different stroke without the fins on than they are with the fins on. So that makes a huge difference. It actually allows you to do better swimming. The other thing is to be able to learn drills. If you're trying to teach drills sometimes, body weight becomes an issue. And if they don't have a strong enough kick, you want to put on a nice big fin that allows them to move easy so they can work on the drills, they can see what their hands are doing, they can focus on body movement and not have to focus on being high in the water or just trying to keep body position. Fins help them do that. It kind of eliminates that concept for them. As they get a little bit older, and Carol, this is probably where your daughter's going to come in, as they get a little bit older, you need to transition out of that full-footed, full-bladed fin, and you want to get into a shorter fin. And this is what we'd refer to as a training fin. Now, this particular fin is the Swift Kick fin from A3 Performance, which I like a lot. I'll go into for a number of different reasons in a minute. But the reason why you are now transitioning is because your daughter knows how to swim. She's been swimming for 5 years. The thing that she needs to do now is work on developing power and strength and conditioning in her lower part of her body, from her core down. And that's what the training fins do. Now, the training fins still give you improved body position. This is true, exactly like the larger bladed fins do. This gives you improved body position, but at the same time, it allows you to kick a lot faster and be more in a training mode, where the big fins move a lot of water, okay, and allow your feet to move, but they end up moving relatively slow. Shorter bladed fins don't move as much water and allow you to kick a lot faster. I believe very firmly in the concept of training the tempo. If you're going to put a piece of equipment on and you're going to train, you want to make sure that you're training the tempo. You don't want to train a slow, lethargic kick or a slow, lethargic pull for that matter. You want to train something that fires relatively quickly. So to be successful and to get momentum and propulsion with this fin, you have to move your legs. You have to try to kick 6 feet. Now, if you're kicking 6 feet, you're going to have improved body position, you're going to have much faster speed, and you're going to develop the core, your core, your butt, and your thighs. You're going to develop your lower body, develop the strength and power in that area. So real important that you're aware of that. And again, that's training the tempo. This particular fin, I like it a lot because it's made out of 100% silicone, so it wraps to your foot real tight. So as your foot moves, the fin moves with it. They don't move independently. On some fins that are made out of a rubber or a little heavier weight, when the foot moves, the fin trails behind it. So when the foot moves down in the other direction, the fin may still be trailing behind and then has to come back down. Well, that friction in there, a lot of times, that's where you end up getting the rubbing on your feet. Hear kids saying, I hate these fins, I don't want to wear them anymore. The nice thing about the silicone fin is that it wraps tight to the foot, so when the foot extends, the fin extends as an extension of the foot. Allows you to be able to kick at a fast speed allows you to be able to kick in a real natural manner and actually promotes the 6-speed kick. So Carol, your daughter should get a pair of training fins, a pair of short fins, and the ones today that I think are probably the best on the market for her to have are the Swift Kick fins by A3 Performance. Thanks very much. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to shoot an email to dan@allamericanaquatics.com. There's a hyphen in between all and American Aquatics, and we'll put your question up and we'll answer it. Thanks. Good swimming.